Yes, this is Freemont Tibbetts here, and I'm going to show you some pictures here that was trespassing on my land a couple of years ago. And you don't know, I'm experimenting here. I wanted it as sharp and as clear as I can get it. All right, this is one picture. And by the way, these folks almost run over me there. This was during mud time when the trail was closed by Dan Mitchell had closed it, and they weren't supposed to be on there. Now, this is another picture here. We'll see if I can get this one here and any closer. And all right, this was a couple years ago. But they couldn't find, and I called the game warden. He was up to my house. It was in the newspapers, and John Holmes was up there and says, yeah, can't nobody, of course that was on a Skidoo trail too. They're the same trail, right on my land. It's 82 there. It's a big Skidoo trail, and it goes down my right-of-way road. Okay, now I'm going to try to put something together here that don't sound just right to the old geezer here. I'm going to show you. Okay, I don't know if you can read this or not, but I'm going to try to hold this and stop my shaking. All right, I hope you can read what it says there. I have it in the yellow mark there. But that's the town of Dixfield, minutes of meeting, Board of Selectmen, Monday, January 12th, 2009. And the board members and Eugene Sabisca, town manager, and John Holmes, and David Berry of Snowmobile. Pudunk Snowmobile Club, okay? And also present there was attorney Paul Dumas and attorney Christopher Beaumont, representing the estate of Lyman and Lucille Holman. Jeffrey Dill, heir to the Holman property, okay? Now, I don't know, I'm trying to hold this. I hope it will come out good here. But it says press. Get this over here, press. It's right on the end of my thumb. Over there it says none. So this wasn't out in public at all, but seems to be a reason that the press don't show up there at certain times, you know. I don't know why. But this is going to relate to windmills. See if we can't sort of tie things in a little bit. Maybe I'm just an old surmiser here, but I'm going to turn the pages on this now. Oh, by the way, I'm in my living room here. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning trying to put this together. Some old-fashioned common sense here. It makes people wonder just what the hell's going on in our town. All right? I'm going to turn the pages on this here, and I'm going to show you on the same meetings what come up. And there was no press here. And this was 2 years ago. You bear with me till I get up off my knee here. And I'm going to turn the pages here. Yeah, I'm so gorming here this morning. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, right. Okay, right here. All right. This is what we were digging into this here, Dan and I. We didn't think it was quite right. I hope I can hold this steady so it will be readable. And maybe not, I don't know. All right, Thaddeus White Bridge. The town manager explained to the board that the metal struts from the old bridge have been sold for $2,500 as scrap metal. the town of Mexico has given their share, $1,250, to their local snowmobile club to help with trail maintenance. Mr. John Holmes and Mr. David Berry were in attendance to request the same for the Dixfield Club. On a motion from Dyer and a second from Mr. Calton, the board voted unanimously, well, I can't pronounce that word, that's right, yeah, to give $1,250 from the sale of the Thaddeus White Bridge scrap metal to the Pudunk Snowmobile Club for trail maintenance. Now, you know, that's not just right, because that 1,000 don't seem to be too much, evidently, but it was enough for John Holmes and Mr. David Berry to come and ask for it by a select board there to if they could have that $1,250. To me, that $1,250 belonged to us, the taxpayers. You know, and it could have helped for something else maybe, but I think we should have had, it was our money, and I don't think that they should have given it away just like that to the snowmobile clubs. Well, we'll go on here now. They had a meeting on that at the library, the special meeting, to approve. They had to have more money to finish the project on that bridge, all right? Well, then I dug into this, and we went on the internet and tried to look this up. And I was going to print it out, you know, and we were going to squawk about it a little bit and said it wasn't right. But as it was, we didn't say a word, but we asked Sabisky why, after the meeting was over, how come that he figured it was okay to give $1,250 of our money to the snowmobile club. He says, well, what are you going to do when they sit there and just stare at you? He says, and he sort of laughed, all right. Okay, so we dropped that one, but we couldn't find it on there, you know. So when in the hell did it go to? And I'll show you here in a minute why we decided to look it back up again. Yeah, we'll turn the pages some more here. These are all in records here, what we got. Okay, what's this here now? And this was back a couple of years ago. Can you, I don't know if I've got this set right here or not, but, wow, there we are, right under my thumb there. Can you read that? I'm going to try to hold this and get it up here and see. Windmill, I'll read it for you. I'm going to put it back here so I can rest a little bit. Windmill proposal. The town manager explained the email he received from Patricia A. Leonard, who owns 309 acres on Timberland Pass, and who wishes to lease this property to the town for windmills. The board felt this was not a project that the town should undertake, and declined the offer. All right? So, and now we'll go back. We will go back to the pictures here again. All right, that is a brand new Honda. Brand new Honda ATV. And you know who owns that? Patricia A. Leonard. Okay? And those are some of her relatives, so they told me that morning down there, they almost run over me, told me, get out of the way, old man. And they kept right on going, right out onto Tar Road and right up through onto their private road that goes up there to Patricia A. Leonard's nice log cabin up there. And I looked around and everything else. Well, she wanted to sell that. It's up for sale. She wanted $250,000 for it. Because it's got a view right off across the Rangeley. Nothing. It's unreal, all right? Well, now we'll get back. This here is Patricia A. Leonard. Okay, Averill Hill Road, to Scenes Ridge, 14 mailing address, Massachusetts she's from. You can look it all up. Okay, but I just want to show you the pictures. I have everything here on her. I mean, it's right out to town office if you want to. Okay, now I turn to this here. This is a picture. And this is her, well, you can see right up there, Patricia. I'll get this thing, Patricia Leonard. Okay, and this is her cabin up on Holman Mountain. Not Colonel Holman, but Holman Mountain, right in back of my house. Okay? And right out in back of that, it tells you right here, site improvements, surface, shore frontage, and they built a shed there, a nice one. And that's where that four-wheeler is. Kept right in there and all locked up. And then just to the right of that, there's a big cement pad poured. And they got a big, enormous outside generator. Oh, it is big. I mean, it ain't one of these little ones. This is a big one that will run anything from you name it. And this furnishes electricity for that. Well, when I got mad and I closed my land because they almost run over me and they go right by where Dan Mitchell had it taped off down there. It was in the papers. I had the press there up my house. It was in the Lewiston Sun. I had Dan Mitchell bring a game warden here. Dan Mitchell come up, and some other honcho over there that had to do with the ATV trail. John Holmes was up here. It was all in the paper. Isidore Brand and his wife. And John Holmes says, yes, sir, Fremont. And the game warden says, can I have that picture with a number plate on that? And I said, sure. Dan Mitchell was here, and he looked at that. Well, he says, that's not even a main number plate. And then he looked a little closer. He says, oh, yes, it is. He says, I helped design that. He says, that's the new plate, the big one, so that they put it on and see it. He says, I didn't recognize it, Fremont. Well, anyway, they says, we'll get right back to you. We'll put an end to this, you know. So then nobody showed up, nothing. Finally, the same game warden happened to be going through town, and I had my old Chevy, and I caught up with him. Dan Mitchell was with me. Danny McKay was with me, my son-in-law. And I asked the game warden, I says, what have you done about them two people that tried to run over me and they come on the posted land? And by the way, I see them go right off 142, headed right up onto my land. That's why I went up and stopped them with my camera and took these pictures. And he says, I can't seem to find a place here where it is. And then he showed me that building. He had a picture, just like I just showed you, of her log cabin. I says, you can't find that. Well, no. Well, I explained to him right where it was. I says, you go to the end of the road, up Timberland Pass Road over on Route 2 there in Dixfield. And I says, you go way up the end of the road there. I says, there's a game warden. You ought to know where the hell you're going around this neck of the woods. Big gravel roads in there. But they're gated on both ends, but, but he could have got in if he wanted to. Well, anyway, nothing happened.